So from a coaching perspective, I would have to say my dad. My dad was a Hall of Fame coach here in the state of Alabama, then went on to Georgia and coached for about 10 years. And I wanted to grow up being like my dad. So from a leadership standpoint, I would say a lot of the basis is from that. One of the best coaches I ever had was Ted Darby, my junior year of high school, who's a great technical quarterback coach. From a humility and a passionate perspective, Pat Sullivan was my quarterback coach in college, and he was great. And he meant the world to me. I mean, Pat Sullivan taught me how to make a steak. I'm 40, I own 2 catering companies. And if I'm making a steak for a client or my family, I make it how Pat taught me how to make it. He was my quarterback coach, but he had such an impact on me on so many different levels. And then from a personal relational perspective, Todd Stroud was very instrumental. He gave me my first college job, and he has been in the Division I college football world forever, and is a loving, relational human being. And there's so many things. I mean, like, you can't say you can't say that, because in the different stages that we go through, there are people that just leave a mark on you. And you pull from Todd, and you pull from Pat, and you pull from Mark Trestman. Mark Trestman is an amazing football coach. He's a lawyer. He has a law degree, but he's coached in NFL, the CFL, and college football. And he has a mind that's amazing. But I pulled stuff from him that I still do today. I mean, so for me to say this guy made the impact on me, I can't do that. I mean, I am who I am because of my dad. And I lost him back in November. My dad passed away back in November, and that was difficult. I thought that I would have him for many, many years, but here I am burying my father at 40, and that was tough to lose him, because, I mean, he was the guy that I talked to him as much as I did anybody. I mean, I got best friends, but I talked to my dad as much as I did anybody. And so that was tough. So, I mean, to say one person is hard, but I mean, a lot of my first 33 years of my life was coaching. And so that was a huge part of who I am. You know, when he passed away, I got multiple messages, DMs, emails, telephone calls, text messages. And the things that kept coming up were legacy and pride. No one talked about football. He was one of the best football coaches in the state of Alabama. He's in the Hall of Fame in the state of Alabama as a football coach. But no one talked about how he made this play work or whatever. They talked about him being a father and him helping change and shape that community. And that's where that's what was so amazing to me. It's 37 years, you know, right at a little over half his life was coaching. And the coaches that called, like, I had a guy that I didn't even know. So this is crazy. So I get a message on Facebook of a guy, "Hey, I just heard about your dad." I didn't know the guy. So get this. So the guy is around my age, and he's a head football coach in I think Tennessee or Alabama, I'm not sure. His dad coached under my dad. Okay, so track with me. But the guy that's the head coach now, he said, one of the things I learned through my father from your father was the first week of practice, anytime he had a new coach, he made the coach get up and teach in front of his staff how he's going to teach that position. So the running back coach got up and taught how the running backs, he taught how is he going to teach running backs, because what that did is it gave everybody in the room confidence to know that that guy had his crap together and he knew what he was doing. So this guy's in his 30s and 40s, and my dad's gone. And he's telling me about how my dad had an effect on him. And that guy does that to his staff every year. So those things are the things that are legacy builders and last for a lifetime.